During hot days like today, the pool sounds great, but some Texans say spiderweb-like cracks have turned their pools into holes in the ground. And tonight, we are learning for the first time about the scale of damage caused by what's called concrete cancer.
One industry association says the defect has crumbled as many as 30,000 pools across Central Texas, built since the year 2017, causing billions of dollars in damages. As KXAN investigator Arzo Dost explains, this is not just impacting homeowners, but also neighborhood community pools.
Oh, this place in the summer would be hopping. It would be very noisy, very lively, very exciting place to be. Today, we can hear the birds chirping.
Brett Lagrone planned to spend his summer afternoons at the Carlson Place community pool with his daughters. That was before it was drained last winter and never refilled.
You know, it's a bummer. It's really, it's disappointing.
Lagrone says he was told by his homeowners association, managed by Goodwin and Company, the pool has concrete cancer.
You got major cracks along this far wall right here.
Known as alkali silica reaction, or ASR, a chemical reaction that occurs within concrete, causing it to expand and crack until it can no longer hold water.
That far edge there, you've got cracks.
What has the HOA told you?
They've told me that they can either get a loan to fix it, and that cost would be passed down to us, $10 a month maybe.
Lagrone shared an update on the community's management app from the board of directors in June, which says it's exploring financial options, including securing a loan to fund the reconstruction of the pool, but will continue taking legal steps to potentially recover damages from Pulte, the developer of the community, and other responsible parties. The HOA and its management company wouldn't speak with KXAN about the pool, telling us it has no comment. A spokesperson with Pulte says in an email, the pool and responsibility for its maintenance were turned over to the HOA in 2024, and that Pulte recently received information from the HOA regarding the pool and is reviewing it.
Certain markets use certain material.
Industry experts with the Central Texas Pool and Hot Tub Alliance believe the Austin area is the nation's hotspot for ASR problems found in pools built from 2017 and on.
I would say it could be as much as, 30,000 pools potentially, not just Austin, but the greater area, Central Texas area around Austin.
John McIntyre, who is a licensed engineer and ASR educator, says there is no fix for concrete cancer. He adds the only solution is rip out the pool and replace it with a new one. The cost?
What we're seeing is anywhere from cheapest, I would say, is $150,000, $175,000 on up to $500,000.
McIntyre says the pools with the defect may have lacked a key ingredient in the concrete mixture called fly ash, a cement-like material produced by burning coal. He says the lack of fly ash and increased pool construction across the area made the material harder for suppliers to get. Would they have known that it was missing?
Maybe not. It depends on some of them. The distributors did not really mention, that there was now a different formulation coming out.
And right now, there's only one Class F fly ash producer in the state. There was several dozens, and now it's down to one. And so the cost of fly ash is very expensive.
Do you guys think more regulation is needed?
I think it's more education than legislation.
But State Representative Vicki Goodwin thinks Texas needs regulation.
We can prevent this kind of thing from happening.
Last legislative session, Goodwin tried to pass legislation which would have directed the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality to establish concrete quality standards and required companies selling materials list ingredients. The bills didn't make it far after filing. Goodwin, who's now the Democratic nominee for lieutenant governor in November's general election, hopes another lawmaker will pick up the bills next session.
It is consumer protection, and we need to make sure that we're regulating well to protect people when they're investing so much money in their homes.
Besides ongoing lawsuits against companies alleging defects in concrete use, Texans have started filing complaints with the Texas Office of the Attorney General. Since March 2024, records we obtained shows that there's been more than a dozen complaints filed against pool companies and concrete suppliers, all mentioning ASR. Some have even turned to the Texas Department of Insurance for help, hoping homeowners insurance would cover the cost of damages. TDI says it has received 3 complaints since March about the issue. Records we obtained show TDI didn't find any violations of state insurance law or regulation.
Seeing it just dry and drained is disheartening.
Lagrone says he hopes there's a solution soon for his neighborhood pool.
I'm just looking for a path forward. I'm looking to get the issue resolved. I'm looking to give my kids a fun summer.
He says that likely won't be this summer. In Georgetown, Arzo Dost, KXAN investigates.
And experts say it can take 2 to 5 years for concrete cancer to show up. It normally first appears in the spa due to the temperature changes. If you were building a pool right now, ask your builder who is supplying the materials, the ingredients, and whether they've had any ASR problems. If your pool has ASR, there are some temporary measures that can help, but they are not a fix. They include spraying a rubberized coating onto the pools. KXAN reached out to Republican Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who was running against Goodwin, for his perspective on this. He has not provided a comment. This story started as a tip. If you have something you think we should investigate, let us know about it. You can email us at reportit@kxan.com.